Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stafford Springs. Here we are with the good old BanksyTheiRacer 250 subscriber showdown. So on his behalf, I wanted to just go ahead and say thank you all for showing up to tonight's event here at Stafford Speedway, Stafford Springs, something like that. Not 100% sure. We got a handful of drivers here registered for the race. There we go. Should be all good to switch overlays. Now here we are. Get some on-track action here. There's the 17, or actually no, the 14 of Manjensik. He is currently scored. Looks like he's actually scored pretty low here. There he is, 18th position. But right now it's the 048 of Christman with the fastest lap, 18.45. And the way this one is going to work, we're going to have qualifying, I believe. Are we going to have qualifying, actually? Yeah, okay, we are going to have qualifying. Just wanted to double check that. Then we'll have 4 heat races depending on how many it wants to put into the event here. So we have 20 drivers on the dot. And then Banks, I don't believe he is going to be racing. So without further ado, checkered flag is in the air for practice. We're going to go ahead and get ready for qualifying here. It should be a fun event. Winner gets 50 iRacing dollars credited to their account. And on behalf of Josh and everyone that works there, thank you everyone for coming out tonight. One of the first drivers out on track is the 55 of Grennan. See what kind of lap time he can set here. Nice looking car. Here's lap number 1. Lap number 1 is going to put him top of the board, 18.72 for the 55. Go to the number 10 of Freeman, currently second. That's a wall hit. That is going to invalidate lap number 2. And up he goes. 63 of Cost. RC Cola modified. Looking very nice. Let's see what he can do here. Go on nose cam. Lap number 2 going to be a little bit better, hopefully, for the 63. Currently 3/10 off the fastest lap, sits 8th on the board overall. And lap number 2. It is an improvement. He'll move up to 5th. Good second lap there. Second lap for the 121. In the books here. Let's see what he can do. Big mistakes in first lap. Over 7/10 off the pace. And that's going to invalidate lap. Reckon out of turn number 4 for the 121 of Harris. Got Medina here on his second lap. Currently pole. Can he better his lap time? In the number 31 critical signs machine. Not looking like it, but Brandon Bach looking really good right now. He tied with Medina there on his first lap, and then Medina did end up bettering his lap time there. Can Brandon go top of the board? No, he improves by 100th. And that's not going to be enough for pole. Giordano is now out on track to number 20 here. Going to kick off lap number 1. Big wiggle there into turn 1. He's going to slide way up the track. Try to get a good launch off the turn. These cars look very loose today. Clicked on the wrong camera angle here as he comes out of turn number 1. You can see a huge slide there by the 20. First lap there, again way up the track in 1 and 2. It's going to put him 9th on the board overall. Let's see if he can move a little further into the top 10 here. On lap number 2 onto the front stretch. That lap looked a lot better than his first, but he isn't going to advance any higher position-wise. That is everyone on track. No one else is out on track is what I mean. So now we are just going to wait for qualifying to end. Unless we see another driver make a run. But it's looking like Medina in the 31 machine is going to be on preliminary pole. Put your predictions in the chat now. Who do you think is going to come home with the win? I think we're going to have either 2 or 3 heats here tonight. Not a whole lot. Just making sure the stream is still doing good on YouTube here quick. It looks like everything's okay. Medina, Bach, Grennan, your top 3 in qualifying, but that may not be the top 3 to start here, because we still have the heat races. Heat races are going to be 10 laps, respectively, and then the feature itself will be 100 laps fixed setup. I don't think we're going to have any overtimes. I would assume not, at least. Go switch to your good old normal view here, no overlays on it. Looks like we will have 1 attempt at a green-white checkered and 1 fast repair. And the maximum incidence you can have is 20. Got a lot of drivers in here tonight. Jacob Christman now top of the board, taking it from Brandon Medina. Brendan Bach still sits 3rd. However, Chase Grennan is going to be relegated down to 4th. Turned on the wrong overlay there. Alright, qualifying coming to an end here, folks. We're going to get right back into the action here at Stafford Motor Speedway in just a second. We'll get our first taste of racing here in heat number 1. See our good aerial coverage here. Go through today's starting line for heat number 1. Looking like it's going to be a smaller heat. We're going to have the number 11 somewhere. 16 of Miller. We got Wood there running in 3rd. I'm trying to figure out names as quickly as I can here. Nicholas Wood in the 3rd starting position. Brendan Bach rolling off in second, so that'll mean that your pole sitter, Jacob Christman, will lead us to green here. James Pack Jr. there in the 61 Valvoline machine, rolling off in what I believe would be 6th then. So looks like we got 7 cars here. And all the way in the back, we're going to have Kyle Martin rounding out the field. Jared Pocock there in the 32 Brandt machine. Just waiting for a few more guys to grid up here. Remember, winner of the race gets $50 credited to him. There we go. Christman is in. Martin, Pack, Bach, Wood. Everyone in here. We got one more we're waiting on, it looks like, here. Beside the 32, and actually we are getting ready to roll. It's Jacob Christman rolling here at Stafford. These short tracks have 2 laps of pacing, so we have a little bit of time here to get going. Reminder, 10 lap heats here. Heat number 1. It's getting ready to fire off. If I had to pick, I'm going to pick the 29 from the outside, Brendan Bach. I feel like he might have the strongest advantage, if you will, here on the start. You can maybe get a good run going into the backstretch out of turn number 2. Keep an eye here on the start. The 048, the 29, the 11, and the 16, your front 2 rows. With the rest of the 8-car field behind them. Pace truck is off here, folks. We are getting ready to go green. The 048 of Jacob Christman going to lead us to green flag, and it is out. Away we go for heat race number 1. Already side by side, 29 all the way up the track. He is going to slide into second. The 16 very loose there. Out of turn number 2, trying to hold on to third. Right in the middle groove, he will clear. As Nicholas Woods there in the 11 machine, trying to hold on to 4th. Doesn't really have a whole lot of competition behind him. A little further back, it's going to be the 32 of Pocock. And up here, side by side almost. Woods side by side with the 17 machine. And at the line, 17 clears for 3rd. The field has singled out now as we're getting ready to get close to 7 to go in heat race number 1. It's Jacob Christman at the helm with Brandon Bach running him down in 2nd. Gap 4/10 of a second. Going up to half a second now. 6/10. So it seems to go up and go back down in corner entry here. And then there's Miller. Not really able to do a whole lot. Darren Miller in the 16 Dirty Mo machine. Halfway home already. He one's going by very, very fast. And Jensick there in the 17. Not even going to try to pronounce his name. Battle here. Is the 99 going to go to the inside? Almost able to, but the 11 held his ground there on the bottom. Nicholas Woods not wanting to lose another position. Everyone's drifting out of the turns. Contact made with the 11. He's going to slide up the track. He's going to be able to get to the inside. Out of turn 4, the 99 will clear. And he will move into fourth. Kyle Martin all the way down to last and is now up inside the top 5, looking for fourth from Ingensic now. Oh, he's in the wall. To the inside he goes. They're going to be side by side here at turn 2. Give the momentum to the 17, but no. He got loose out of the turn. That's going to allow the 6 of Woods to get to the inside too. Bumper to the back of the 99. We're coming to the checkered flag for heat race number 1. Down the backstretch into turn number 3 and 4. And Jacob Christman is going to go on to win the heat race. And there's carnage in the infield. What in the world happened? There was just before where we went off here. Keep an eye on the 14. And Jensen looks like he turned the 99. They went into the infield. And up and over went the 14. So Jacob Christman going to get away with the win here in heat race number 1. But we're going to move right into heat number 2. The colors are a bit messed up here, but we got Brandon Medina on the pole for this one. Then the 55 of Chase Grennan. Trying to figure out who's who because their numbers are all different. Max Cost in the 63 gonna grid off 4th here. There's Giordano, one of the last few cars to qualify. He's gonna roll off 5th. And then the 121 of Marshall Harris. Oh, we also got the 17 of TJ Moon there. Nice bright paint scheme, very beautiful car. Looks like Kyle Freeman there in the 24. William Byron inspired car rolling off in 3rd. Now, same setup as the previous heat here. And it looks like it was only 2 heats we'll be running here, so that's 7 and 7. Looks like everyone's going to make the feature here for the 100 lap main event. Because I don't think we'll be running a 3rd heat now, will we? Yep, this will be the last heat race of the night. But here we go. Getting ready to turn them loose once again. It's going to be the 31 of Medina bringing us to the green flag here. And the 55, Chase Grennan on his outside to start. Pace truck going to be pulling off this time by 7 drivers, maybe. I can't remember how many exactly started this race, but it is
green flag,
7.
flag.
Bringing us to the green flag. Already 24. Look like he wanted to make a move there going into turn number 1. Everyone's clean through 1 and 2. Max Cost trying to work it on the outside lane. Looks like the 24 just got shunted out of the way. He's going to Tokyo drift it, keep it straight. What a save by the 24 of Freeman there. Great save. Giordano up to 3rd already, moving and grooving through the field here. The 17 of TJ Moon looking for 4th from Cost. TJ's running a little bit higher up. Is he going to be able to get that run out of turn 4? No, he's going to get loose out of turn 2. And Max Cost going to be able to hold on to it for now. Battle for the lead here. Chase Grennan looking for some room here from Brandon Medina. They're being close together, 3/10 apart, about car length and a half between the 2 drivers as they head back into 3 and 4. Looks like Max Cost pulling away from the 17 and TJ Moon as he has pressure now from Kyle Freeman in the 10. Coming around to halfway already here in heat race number 2. Marshall Harris, last car on track. First car that maybe put a lap down here. 4 laps to go here at Stafford for the second heat race. Both front two getting super duper loose. Chase Grennan trying to close that gap between him and the 31. Oh, big moment there for the 55. He's going to have some right side damage big time there. He's going to lose a bunch of ground. Most importantly, lost about 4/10 of a second almost. As now he's probably definitely going to be pushing that car big time to try to gain that ground back. Meanwhile, looks like TJ Moon is caught back up to the back of the 63. Looks like he had to get out of the gas big time there. As we have just 3 laps to go. 2 laps to go now. Trying to keep it straight for the 17. It's hard to do. These cars very loose right now. A lot of drivers struggling to keep it together. But right now, no struggle for Brandon Medina's white flag in heat number 2. Last time we were here at Stafford was probably Sim 500 many months ago, over the summer. So it's definitely been a hot minute here. I know these aren't our usual overlays and stuff. This is just a kind of last minute thing thrown together here. And it looks like Brandon Medina coming home with heat win. Chase Grennan and Giordano second and third there. We'll have a 5-minute warm-up before we get going for the 100-lap main event. Want to take a look at your full starting order. Looks like it's going to be Jacob Christman, Brandon Medina, Brendan Buck, Chase Grennan, Darren Miller, Gerard Giordano, Nicholas Wood, Max Koss, James Peck Jr., TJ Moon, Kyle Martin, Kyle Freeman, Branislav Menjensik, Marshall Harris, Jared Pocock, Joshua Banks. Actually, he will not be racing, but will be then Ethan Johnson, Brandon Hughes, Justin Barkley, Travis Sukup, and Mason Hagood. Looks like most of those drivers that I just listed aren't in the session, as you can see. So yeah, it'll be a 100-lap event for the feature. We'll see how this one goes. It should be a fun race to watch. Shouldn't have too many cautions. Keep turning my camera on, which is just reflecting off of a candle and hitting my screen, which is kind of weird to look at, but no, whatever. We're done with that now. Throw the overlays back on. Drifting for the 29 here in the last minute practice session. While this is going on, we're going to take a break here on the Virtual Racing Network. We'll be back in just a few moments. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Stafford Speedway for the 250 Showdown here. We're going to have the 100 lap main feature coming up in just a few moments here. Gonna get them gritting off here. Looks like Jacob Christman topping the board in the warm-up session. He very well could be the favorite to win here tonight. Go ahead, give everyone a minute to load in here. We're gonna 31 Brandon Medina starting there in second. We're probably gonna go on board with him as well. Left front suspension cam looks good to me. So get ready to go green. "100 laps seems like a long time, but believe it or not, it will go fast. As I know from the past here." And here we are rolling now for the 100 lap main event at Stafford Speedway. Stafford Springs, I don't know what they call it honestly anymore. There's so many different names. Looking like we got 10 drivers here in the race. Make that 11 actually, sorry. 99 might be hanging back a bit, just a teeny bit. You have to get back up the pack here. Brendan Bont gonna restart, or not restart rather, but start here in the third position. Let's see what he can do here. Can he get to the inside of Medina early on and get around him, or is he gonna be stuck behind that number 31 machine for the remainder of the race? We'll have to wait and see. Last race here on the Virtual Racing Network was just about 3 months ago, but now with this 100 lap feature here at Stafford getting ready to go green,
green
marks the event of this, marks the return, I guess. And already Christman able to pull away with the lead by a hair and a half, but Brandon Medina coming up through the field. Good start for the 55 of Chase Grennan, able to get around the 29 on the outside. Lap 1 in the books. Nothing too insane happening. We'll go to a bit of a wider angle here. Chase Grennan moving up through the field, started fourth up to third already. Driver was hanging back. There's the 99. Let's see what he can do. He had a nice fast machine towards the end of heat 1. This is all about saving your tires here. Needs to go on the inside of the 10 of Kyle Freeman now, side by side down the backstretch. Nicholas Woods there just in head. Actually, no, that is Pack there in the 61. Thought it was just the 6. And he's going to set his sights on him, but meanwhile, everything up ahead just still single file, but Chase Grennan all over the back bumper of the 31 machine. These two battled it out in heat race number 1, or heat 2 rather. And it looks like it might be a repeat. Oh, big time loose for Grennan. Looks like he's able to hold on to that third position though. The 29 of Bach trying to fight back on the outside. He's going to get loose as well. And that's going to open the door for Giordano. He's going to slide into the 4th position now. In his brown, gold, and red looking 20 machine. Who's that just behind him there? Can't quite tell who is right behind them. The 16, yes, this is 16 of Miller in the 5th or 6th position. All 3 drivers all in a row. Chase Grennan now trying to reel back in to Medina, but Medina now Looks like he was slowly reeling in that 048 for a while. But now the gap has kind of backed off just a bit. Kyle Freeman currently 5 seconds off the leader. We're going to see some lap traffic sometime during this event. We just do not know when. Kyle Martin there, trying to get around the 17. He's working his way up through the field, currently in the 9th position, I believe now. Looking for 8th from TJ Moon. Guys, if we can get a nice battle view of this battle behind the 63 machine. Looks like 99 going to be able to get to the inside of Moon now, all the way down to the apron, sliding up, trying to keep his nose there. And they're going to wreck. Into the infield they go, the 99 and the 17. Martin was on a great run, so was TJ Moon. What's going to happen here? Doesn't look like any sort of retaliation or anything yet. We'll keep an eye on these two, though. Looks like they're still racing each other hard. I know they're going to be mad with each other. Oh, boy. Still good. Alright. Looks like those boys will just play it out here. See how this one goes. Chase Grennan still trying to gain back the ground he did have on Medina, but Medina all over the back bumper of Christman. Looking pretty spread out here through the field. 99 pulling away now from the 17. I don't know why we were so zoomed in there. Max Cost in his very few modified starts here. He's new to the iRacing service. Having a pretty good run here, running 7th overall. It looks like Brendan Bach might be able to get up to third again. This battle for top 3 podium position is heating up here. 29 applying some pressure to the 55. Let's go ahead and go on board at the 29. Looks like the 55 is just able to get back on the throttle sooner than the 55. Huge send into turn number 1, or turn number 3 rather. He is definitely gaining a ton of ground on corner entry, but just seems to lose it all by the time you get to the corner exit. So he riding up on the back bumper of the 55 and then loses it all on the exit of the turn. But he is gaining a bit of ground. Once it's all said and done, he does gain. Oh! Up and over we go. We are on our lid, guys.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
We are flying through the air. This is not good. We had quite the view for that one, didn't we? That's going to take out 2 of the front runners. Caution comes out. It looks like the leaders may have had some problems too, because I saw the 31 get up into the wall as well. So let's take a look at the replay here. Yeah, it looks like the 31 of Medina just got up into the wall, as you normally do, honestly, in these modifieds, and then yikes. I mean, it just looks like Chase Grennan got tight up out of turn number 2 there. Try to slow it down a bit here. So he just got tight, got up into the outside wall. And then the 29 just really had nowhere to go, had no time to correct the car, no time to react. That just sent both cars up and over. I have a feeling that the 20 Giordano had a pretty good view of this one here, so let's see what he saw. Yeah, not something you want to see out of your windshield there. Or if you have a rock shield there, out of your rock shield, whatever you want to call it. Almost had nowhere to go, but luckily that top lane did eventually open up for the 20 machine. They go skip back to the live feed now. Won't let me just do it normally. Christman now still your race leader. Actually, no, he looks like he pitted. That's going to give the race lead to Medina. With 80 laps to go, was that the best call to make? Maybe, maybe not. I can't tell you. But here we are to finish up the first quarter of the race. We've had 2 flips already. We used to have a flip count here. I don't know if you guys will remember that or not, but we used to have a flip counter displayed on the bottom left of your screen. We won't be doing that anymore, though. I want to say that the highest it ever got was like 9 or 11. I can't quite remember. I know exactly what race it was. I just can't remember which one, what the number was. Because it was the Clash, VOG, Scar, all that, ACRS race in Michigan with the trucks. But anyways, green flag is back out. Huge bump to the 16 there. He's going to go for the race lead. Nope. Looks like he was poking his nose down there, though. Miller up to second, trying to clear Giordano, and he will. Giordano up in the wall. The 99 of Kyle Marks, or not Kyle Marks, rather. Right, Kyle Martin up to third, and it looks like caution is going to come back out. Looks like the 29 may have been involved in it again here. No, maybe he was just passing through. Oh, watch the 61. That is what brought out the caution, it looks like. Yeah. So, it looks like the 61 of Pack spun around into the infield, causing caution number 2 to come out. Medina still your race leader. Resol tires don't really play a huge role here in the past. So just keep that in mind here as we get ready to soon be going back green. Top 5 as they run: Brandon Medina, Giordano, Miller, Kyle Martin, TJ Moon. Just outside of your top 10 is Chase Grennan in the 55. Looks like he is 2 laps down. Now he's going to get a wave round from being the lucky dunk, so I'll put him 1 lap down now. Brandon Bach as well getting waved around. They raved around twice. Looks like, yes, they were. They'll be back on the lead lap, both of them. So 29.55 going to be back on the lead lap. They took their fast repairs, so they'll be good to go. They just have to work their way back up through the field here. Go ahead and take another wave around here. They'll be at the end of the line. 48 going to restart in the 5th position, just behind the 99 of Kyle Martin. Will be inside of run number 3, the 48. And then the 99 inside of row number 2. Don't know if the stream is having issues right now or what, but I can't seem to load anything on it. It looks okay. Okay. This is okay. Now it's loading. Nothing was loading on my phone, so I thought the stream had died for a second, but turns out we're all good. But here we are, coming back to Green Flag Racing. Pace truck going to be pulling off this time. Once we get into 3 and 4. Green flag coming back out here. Very weird restart. Green flag is out 16. Stayed way back there. He was second. Now he's going to fall to third, maybe even further back as the 48. Jacob Christman on the inside. And Christman, fast car up and over he goes.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Miller, huge crash on lap number 34. Started spinning like a top after he made some contact with the outside wall. We need to slow this one down. I think the 20 should be okay. 29 got through at the 17. He's going to have some damage. Not a lot. It looks like Woods too. Big problems for that 6 car. Gonna take that faster pair now. Chase Grenning coming down pit road. Brendan Bach as well. Could they be taking tires or something? Not sure. Those two both were not involved in that caution. So we're not really sure. Getting close to halfway now. See how long we've been live. Just under 50 minutes here, which is perfectly fine. Hope you guys at home are enjoying the race. It should be a fun race when it is all said and done. And I know usually we do post-race interviews and all that stuff, but tonight we will not be doing that, because it'll be a little hard to conduct those with no one in a Discord server or anything, since this is just a sort of a one-off special event. As we are getting ready to go back green. Should be coming to 1 to go this time around. We gotta finish this lap first. Hopefully this upcoming restart goes better than the previous one. Go to our good old blimp camera here. Just want to say, I do kind of miss broadcasting, but at the same time, not really. I've had a lot more time to work on like my own sort of projects here and there throughout the past few months. It's been nice, I will say. But it's nice to do it every once in a while, you know? But here we go. Coming back to the green flag between Medina, Martin, Christman, Giordano, and Freeman, your top 5. I feel like Kyle Martin is going to be a big role here in the finish. Pace truck is off, coming back to the green.
Green flag, green flag.
And we're rolling again. Watch the 99 as he's going to try to clear the 48 for second. They're side by side. He'll slide in behind him. Oh, trouble in the back. The 63 of Cost is around. Along with him, that is the 55 of Chase Grennan. No caution yet. Chase Grennan not having any luck here today. So he is probably more than likely going to go a lap down here. He is now scored in 12th position. Let's take a look at the battle for a little further back here. The 29 all over the back bumper of the 17. That's Brandon Bach. He was running up inside the top 3. Or just outside of the top 3, I want to say. Before the caution came out involving him and the 55. So he's trying to get back inside the top 5 here with the pass on the 17 of Moon. Little wiggle there. Big wiggle there. Correction. But now battle for the race lead heating up just a bit here. The 48 wanting to get back to the point. Racing for some cash. Medina up front right now. Chrisman in second. We're on board the 48 machine. Kyle Martin in third. Freeman fourth. TJ Woods in fifth still. Looking on his inside almost. Great corner for the 48 machine. You can tell these drivers here inside the top 5 and even further back even have a lot of seat time in these cars, and maybe probably even this track as well. Gonna get a nice little whiff of that rear end. Could we see a good old-fashioned bump and run style maneuver come tonight? We'll see. As he's looking on the inside, can't quite make it stick on the apron. These two start battling for it. Could Kyle Martin catch up to the front two, gain that time that he has lost over the past handful of laps? See, 48 now running behind the 31, as it has been for the past while. Through the field here, see if we can find any interesting battles. Looks like we got a big one here. Looks like the 10 of Freeman falling back. He was running fourth, and now you think he's running outside the top 5. As the 17 of TJ Moon is on his inside. This is for 7th, but TJ Moon, he's going to get loose. He's back in the grass. Back up on track now. Get that car moving again. Brendan Bach now up to 4th position. 2.5 seconds back of Martin. Looks like, hold on, Kyle Martin got around Christman there. Or is Christman leading now? And yeah, Jacob Christman now to the race lead here right at the halfway mark. He is already pulled away by just about a second. However, battle for second is heating up just a bit. The 99 of Kyle Martin there in third, applying a lot of pressure to the 31, who is on older tires. But honestly, from what I recall from these tour mods from the OG Racing League back a couple months ago, they didn't really affect much, if anything, on these cars. The caution is going to come out with 49 to go. Looks like the big one here at Stafford has occurred. Huge break there for the 55 as he was about to go a lap down. Looks like it started with the 10 of Freeman. Let's take a look here at the replay. Looks like he got loose there out of turn number 2. And here we are heading on to the front stretch. Looks like he got tight that time. And then the 61, 17 didn't really have anywhere to go. And then the 11 just got caught up in the aftermath there. That was like top 5, like 6th to 10th, I want to say. 6th to 9th even, that got caught up in that mess. Everyone down pit road now. It looks like the 20 of Giordano going to win the race out of pit road big time here. He will cycle out to be your new race leader. He'll lead his first lap this time around. He's going to try to catch back up to the pace car, wherever the pace car may be. And it looks like maybe not. It looks like Grennan stayed out in the 55. So Chase Grennan may be trying to revitalize this race just a bit. Track position is definitely a huge factor. I mean, he's been in the bank since that incident with him and the 29, so I want to say that this might be a good call for him. We'll just have to wait and see what happens here throughout the last half of the event. So we should be 2 to green now, coming to 1 to go. Chase Grennan, Giordano, Brendan Bach, Kyle Martin, Brandon Medina, your top 5. So Christman lost 4 spots on pit road since the 55 stayed out. Big losses there for the 48 machine. Jesus, my dog just jumped on my desk right where a candle was, nearly just caught himself on fire. Let's not be doing that. I know it's light, and I know you like light, but let's not touch that, okay? Okay, sounds good. Anyways, we're getting ready to come to the green flag. Hopefully he doesn't try to do that one again. It's going to be Chase Grennan, Giordano bringing us back to green. Keep an eye on the 29. He's the first, or 20 is he's the first car with fresh tires. But the 29, in my opinion, is faster. Green flag is out. Brendan Bach hasn't led any laps yet. He's been battling with the 55 all race long. 55's on older tires. Big moments there for just about everybody out of turn number 2. Bach to the inside for the race lead. He's going to move up the track a bit. Loose for the 29. Side by side out of turn number 4. Grennan is going to lead that lap. Bach on the bottom, still battling for the race lead. Side by side out of turn number 2. 2 rows deep. This is probably the longest they've stayed like this. Chase Grennan trying his best to hold on, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. Brendan Bach is going to lead the second lap of this restart. Now the 31 to the inside. Medina looking for second. Can he get back out front? Still side by side, 2 rows deep. All the drivers that were on older tires fading through the field. Only the 99, Kyle Martin there. He has that second car on the inside. Now the 48 of Christman going to clear the 55 of Chase Grennan. Now, can the 48 get back to Medina and Bach? Get around them. 55, Grennan up into the wall. No, was it Martin who? Well, someone went up into the wall. Or Tokyo drifted one of the two, and it was in fact the 99 of Martin. Looks like had some contact there with the 20, kept it out of the wall. What a save by that 99 machine. We'll go back to your live camera action here. A lot happening on that restart there. 38 laps to go here at Stafford. The 31 all over the back bumper of Brendan Bach for the race lead. To the inside he goes. Not quite able to get there. Not quite able to make it stick. As Brendan Bach now trying to pull away. That is what he needs to do here if he wants to hold on to get the feature win here at Stafford. To the inside he goes at the 29. Again, can't make it stick. He got a little chop there as well. May have had to lift just a smidgen. Top 3 are all under a blanket. They are cuddling nice together, like birds of a feather would be. Christmas song moment there. It's a 40 now to the inside of the 31 Medina. Huge run out of turn number 4 though. He's going to clear. He's going to cut the nose at the 48, not let him make another move on him. for the foreseeable future. Right now, good news for Brendan Bach. If these two keep fighting, he might be able to pull away just a little bit more. Everyone running very similar lap times here. But I think once the tires start to wear off a bit, I think that 48 is the best towards the long run. With 34 laps to go, we are well over halfway here. We're going to go ahead and take our quick break here on the Virtual Racing Network, the home of nothing. Alright, welcome back to the live action here at Stafford. 30 laps to go. Brendan Bach, Medina, Christman, 1, 2, and 3 right now. Still all under a blanket. 31 almost into the back bumper of the 29 machine. 48 and Christman looking for anything he can get. Giordano holding on to 4th right now. And Chase Grennan running in 5th and drifting out of turn 2. He's not going to be in 5th much longer. Kyle Marks there in 6th now, I want to say. And then the 16 of Miller up to 5th. But the 99 was all over the back of him just a second ago. We're going to go back to the battle for the race lead, if I can get to it. There we go. 31 of Medina running that bottom lane. 48 way up high. And the 29 of Brendan Bach. He's going to pull away just a little bit. I think this is the most breath of fresh air he's had between him and the 31 in quite some time. But all three drivers looking for the win here tonight at Stafford Motor Speedway. I want to say I've called Stafford like 20 different things this stream. Oh, the 31 loose again. Loose in the back, the 20 as well. 31 almost to the inside of the 20. Again, just can't get it to stick. Medina to the back bumper of him. Can't get there. Bach is going to get it, run away, but the problems for the 31. Problems for the 20. He gets ramped and sent to Mars. So he's going to blow the engine. Let's see what happened here. The 31 tried to save it, just couldn't. And then the 20, I mean, he had nowhere to go. There was nothing he could have done there. 31's blown up as well. I don't think there's any contact there, was there? Nope, got loose. Tried to save it and just couldn't save it. You could hear him feathering the throttle. Try and baby it, save it, and it did not work. But I'm pretty sure the 31 still has a fast repair in his toolbox here. And yes, he does. As you can see, the car all fixed up. Let's see, Brendan Bach. Did he stay out? Or did he just have a really good pit stop? Guess we can just go back in the feed here and check that. By the looks of it, he stayed out. I don't know if that's going to be the greatest call, if you ask me. But again, I don't... it's hard to tell. Definitely hard to tell. We'll be going back green with around 20 laps to go here, folks. Now he's bringing her down pit road. Don't know what the plan is here. That's going to give Jacob Christman the race lead, I do believe. Yeah. 20 back out on track. Medina back out on track. Both drivers had a waiver or a quick repair. Sorry, I almost said waiver for some reason. Brendan Bach will be not quite tail end of the field here, because if you guys got waiver rounds, they'll be put to the end of the line. But he'll be pretty deep in the field, to say the least. So we're coming to 1 lap to green here. Go up to the race leader. It's going to be the 48 of Jacob Christman and the 55 of Chase Grennan on this restart. With 19 laps to go, once we cross the line one more time, who is it going to be getting the win here tonight at Stafford? The front 2 rows all hungry, but the 48, he's definitely one of the faster cars here. Green flag is back out. It is crunch time here at Stafford. Can the 55 get to the back of the 48 machine? Or can one of the drivers that are involved in the previous caution get back up? Go to the 31 of Medina, already up to 4th, looking for 3rd from Miller. Loose, the 99 of Martin going to be able to get to his inside. Side by side for 4th. Medina trying to hold on. He's up in the wall. Can he save it this time? No, he cannot.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
And I'm pretty sure that he just got disqualified. And that he did. Brendan Bach, he's going to have to come down pit road. He does not have any more fast repairs. Chase Grennan in 2nd. Miller in 3rd. Kyle Martin now. He's bringing it down pit road. That's going to put the 63 up to 4th now. Put the 20 Giordano back into 5th position. Brendan Bach, he has also left the race. Both drivers had a good shot at winning this one. When we go back green, we might be close to 10 laps to go. Just have to wait and see. But Jacob Christman in the 48, he is going to be bringing us back to green. Along with the 55, Chase Grennan, Miller, Cost, Giordano, Wood, Martin, Bach, Medina, Freeman. Pretty sure those are the only drivers. No, Freeman's not in here. Medina is no longer in here. So, top 7, there's 7 cars out on track. The 11's going to bring her down pit road here. Don't know what exactly he is going to do, but we'll see here. We started with 12 cars this race. And it looks like we are going to end it off with roughly 7. Potentially even less than that. We will just have to wait and see here. Pace car should be coming to 1 green this time around. Christman, Grennan, Miller, Costwood, your top 5 here tonight. Put that Giordano in 5th, actually. We coming to green this time around. Pace truck pulling off for what could be the final time tonight. Looks like Kyle Martin, he is also out of the race. Let's see, can any of these drivers bring the heat to the 48 machine? Green flag is back out. Chase Grennan not able to get a good jump here. He's going to be stuck side by side with the 16. Coming to 11 to go. Jacob Christman looking for probably one of the biggest wins of his modified career. A lot of battling going on in the back. Giordano battling hard with the 16. 16 up into the wall. And wrecking again out of turn number 2. No caution. Looks like he is going to disconnect here. Giordano in 3rd, Max Cost in 4th. The rest of the field is pretty much out of the race. I think there's 5 cars left. Less than 10 laps to go now. Does anyone have anything for the 48 machine? Can Chase Grennan get there? Can Giordano make the gains? It is almost a second back now. Chase Grennan and Jacob Christman running very similar lap times as they head into 3 and 4 once again. 7 laps to go here in the 250 showdown here at Stafford Speedway. $50 to the winner. Christman, Grennan, Giordano, Cost, Wood, your top 5 and remaining drivers on the speedway. Coming to 5 laps to go this time. As they head down the back stretch into turn number 3, and Chase Grennan sticking with the 48. Five more laps to go, 20 more corners for the 48 machine. Right now, it doesn't look like Chase Grennan really has much of anything. Still running very similar lap times, and he's losing a lot of ground on exit. And as we've deciphered in the past here, exits are everything. 4/10 of a second back now, trying to close the gap between him and the 48. Chase Grennan, I don't think he can reel him in, honestly. We'll have to see here. Coming to 2 laps to go in the feature. White flag next time by for Christman. Chase Grennan, what Hail Mary move will he try to do? Running up a little higher, tires are squealing. White flag is in the air, 1 more lap to go for Jacob Christman. Now's the time to do the Hail Melon, although I don't think it'll quite work in this car. He's going to send it into 3 and 4 to no avail. And out of turn number 4, Jacob Christman is going to win the race. We'll go ahead and switch as you guys can hear.
So myself? What lap was that on thing where I missed?
Somewhere around the 80s, I think. thank everybody for coming out, and look forward to doing one of these again one day soon. Just got to get to a certain point, but again, thanks everybody for tuning in.
That was fun. Thank you.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, with that, thank you all for tuning into the race. And maybe we'll see you guys in a couple of days. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.